Good evening, everybody. Happy Friday. How's everybody doing tonight? This needs to be a little bit more lit. How's everybody enjoying their Friday so far? Hey, Katie. Hey, Michelle. Jenna McKenna. What's going on, everybody? We didn't miss anything. I just got started, so don't you worry. Okay. So, a couple things, guys. I'm going to do the reading for the weekend, see what we can expect going forward into any kind of adventures. You know what? It was a rough night for me last night. So I think it's just the energy that's going on with everybody right now. It's this supermoon stuff that's going on. And there are 6 planets in retrograde right now, so it's kind of a crazy time for everybody. So, I'm Mary. I'm a physical and psychic medium. If this isn't your jam, that's cool. Doesn't have to be. You don't have to subscribe to it. If you don't believe, that's fine. But you popped in here for a reason. Obviously, there's something you're meant to hear. So, I'm going to get us going here. I'm going to go ahead and go on into the reading. And if you guys want a personal reading, there's a link in my bio. I'm going to put up my Cash App and PayPal as well so that we can do readings during the live. But we'll see how this goes. This is for the collective as of yet. So we'll get going on this. I'm using my my Nightmare Before Christmas tarot. It's one of my favorites, and 'tis the season, so why not? And if I do have like a 10K like goal, so if you guys want to go ahead and tap the screen for some likes to show me some love, that would be amazing. And go ahead and share this out if there's anybody you feel like needs to hear any of these messages. I'm trying to back this up so you guys can see what I'm doing, but my phone stand is a little weird, so. God, Source, Universe, please help me connect with my spirit guides as well as the spirit guides of the collective so that we can hear the messages that you need us to know only in this now moment, only for our highest and best, doing no harm to none. Thank you and amen. What do we need to know for this coming weekend? I'm hearing self-love. A lot of you guys have been neglecting yourselves lately. All about self-love. One at a time, please. You know what? This deck is new, so the cards kind of tend to stick together, so there we go. Two of Potions. It's 2 of Cups, basically. Thank you. Ace of Needles, which is Ace of Swords. New creative beginnings you guys are thinking about, of course. That has been the vibe lately. One at a time, please. 2 of Cups means you have some options to think about. Okay, this is a twofer. Yeah. 10 of Potions. Yeah. Queen of Needles, which is Queen of Swords. You're using your discernment and your voice to start having conversations of letting these people know that you are valuable. 3 of Candles, which equates to the 3 of Wands. The High Priestess. I sense there's something in the wind. Good old Sally. I love that woman. Yeah, you guys are trying, it's like you're trying to stand up for yourselves against something. And it's a person, and it's definitely a mother energy. And, I can feel this as well, guys, because I'm going through the same thing. Four of Needles, which is the Four of Swords. Three of Potions. Sorry, I need to turn on the light for a sec. My eyeballs are drying out and I can't see. Yes, Three of Potions. So that's Three of Cups. That's a celebratory thing. And then the Knight of Candles, which... Fire energy. So that's like Aries, Leo, Sag. There's a fly in here. Are you telling me to shuffle one more? I usually just go with what Spirit tells me to do. So one interesting way about how I read is sometimes I use the cards. Most of the time I just kind of go with what Spirit tells me. Yeah, the Chariot. Moving on. That's a twofer. Yeah, and Page of Potions, which is Page of Cups. So, and then the bottom of the deck is the Six of Candles, which equates to... Sorry, I'm kind of all over the place right now. Okay. So the cards are more of a visual for you guys so that you can kind of relate better to what I'm saying. I really don't even look at them most of the time. I usually just kind of go with what Spirit tells me to tell you because it's kind of how it comes to me. Hey Nelson, how you doing, babe? This is big maternal energy, mother energy. Either somebody that's it doesn't have to be your actual mom. It can be somebody that's like a mom figure to you, or somebody that you consider like a mom. But this is like, it's a toxic situation. Yeah, the Three of Candles. So let's see. Potions is cups, candles, wands. Yeah. Candles is the wand suit. So the wands is basically like your workload. That's what they equate to me as. There's going to be celebrations coming up in your career soon. But the first three cards that I read are it's like the now and the present energy. So you have an option coming up with the Two of Cups. It could be a romantic offer. It could be like a proposal for a job. It could be something new that's being presented to you. And then with the Ace of Needles, which is the Ace of Swords, that's going to definitely be a new creative beginning for you. Like a whole new fresh start, something that's very promising. And then the Ten of Potions, which means basically Ten of Cups, which is like your wish fulfillment. Everything is coming to fruition. Everything, like your prayers are being answered, is basically what that is. And this is an opportunity that's coming up in the here and now. I'm saying like twos. What's with the twos? Like 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. But it's within the next 2 months you're going to be getting this offer. And it's something that's completely out of the ordinary from what you're normally used to. Thank you for sharing. I really appreciate it, you guys. So the second row is potential obstacles. These do not have to actually happen, but they could potentially happen, and you need to be aware and ready if they do end up popping up. So we have the Queen of Needles in reverse. And usually when a card pops up in reverse, it means like an internal situation, not necessarily the people or situations around you, but the internal situations going on within yourself. So this means that you're trying to be more tender with yourself and the way that you're speaking to yourself, because a lot of you have a very damaging self-talk. I'm in the same boat. I usually have a really big problem with beating myself up and talking myself out of different opportunities, telling myself that I can't or I won't be good enough to do this thing. You guys do it to yourselves too, and this is where we're learning how to be kinder to ourselves and be kinder with our self-care, and learning how to be more gentle with ourselves, because we're human and we have to show ourselves as much compassion as we do to the people around us. The Three of Candles, which is the Three of Wands, that's like a good, it's like a gathering of sorts. I don't know if you guys, I know that everybody's got something coming up soon because the holidays are upon us, but this is going to be something celebratory, because it's going to show you coming into your own and stopping that negative self-talk, and then you come into your High Priestess energy. And you don't have to be a woman in order to embrace this. Like, everybody has a feminine side and a masculine side. For guys, you're learning to be more in touch with your feminine side, because it helps balance the masculine side. You can't have the good without the bad. It's the yin and the yang thing. Yes, self-talk can be mean, and it's very damaging, but we're taught that at a very young age from some way, shape, or it's some kind of trauma that we have with ourselves. You guys have been putting in the work. The work is paying off with the Ten of Cups here. It's definitely paying off. And then your High Priestess energy coming in here, she's very intuitive. And a lot of you guys are thinking about growing your own spiritual gifts, whether you believe you have them or not. You do. It just takes a matter of stepping out of your box and learning how to trust yourself on it. And that's where this positive self-talk comes in, is you can do it. You have been doing it. You are doing it. You just need to start trusting it. And then your High Priestess energy comes in, and then you're just going to be so much more affluent with it. And then the potential outcome is the third row. With the Four of Needles, you're building a foundation. You're starting a new structure within your life. You're not going to be doing the regimented, how do I want to say? The regimented 9 to 5, the regular, I don't know. Some of you, I keep hearing housewife. You're not going to be doing the norm of that anymore. It's like you're stepping out of your shell, and you're starting to sort of like figure out what you want and what you're going through and who you are as a person. You're trying to ring around and find that. And then with the Three of Potions is the equivalent to the Three of Cups, and that is celebratory. It's like, oh, I'm glad it's resonating for you. The Three of Cups is celebrating, literally like going out for a night with your girls and just getting some drinks. Like, cheers to you. You're going for what you want. This is awesome. We can't wait to see what you do with this. You're like stepping into your own, and you're being celebrated for it. Finally, because so far people have been against it, but they're uncomfortable because you make their situation a lot better. But now that you're going to start doing your own thing, they're going to have to step up and do their part of the work. So they feel like it's not unfair. It's not unfair. I'm hearing the guilt, the guilt that comes with that. But it's not a guilt thing. You shouldn't feel guilty. And I know it's easier said than done. You can't just flip a switch and not make it happen. Oh yeah. See, empty nester syndrome. Now you're going to be starting to stepping in who you want. Yeah. Same, guilty. But now that your kids are out, they're going to have their own life soon. And, you know, they're going to need you as their mom, but you need to find who you are now. And this is the Knight of Candles, which is coming out as the Knight of Wands, basically. I'm sorry, I was saying that these were wands. These are swords, the Four of Swords. Candles are wands. The Knight of Candles. In motion. The Knight is always in motion. He's always going to be going forward and doing things. And right after that, we drew the Chariot, which means you're moving on to bigger and better things, and you shouldn't feel guilty for it because that's what your purpose is meant for. The Page of Potions, Page of Cups. This is definitely new energy. So it goes from page, knight, king, or queen, king, and the page is it's like the child of the suit. So it's the immature, but the exciting, I'm hearing look before you leap energy, kind of like the Fool, but he didn't come up here, which is interesting. But you're more mature and you're more educated about things. So it makes sense that it's the page because you're a little bit more on the wiser side of things before just jumping right off the cliff with no safety net. So you're going to look into new things and options that you've always wanted to look into, and you're not going to be afraid to do that anymore because this is strictly for you. It is solely for you. And it can involve your spouse, it can involve your kids if you want to, but this needs to be strictly for you because it's about finding your purpose and who you are and what you want to do with your life and what makes you happy, what feeds your soul. That's up to you, babe. That's what you're willing to put up with. Ace of Presents, which means Ace of Pentacles, and that's in the reverse. So that's internal fulfillment and going for your goal and doing what you want to do. Two of Presents, Two of Pentacles. You're going to have options when it comes to excuse me. That the song popped into my head, should I stay or should I go? That coincides with your divorce question, but that's ultimately a decision that you're going to have to make and figure out, is it going to serve your purpose to stay in this situation or is it not? And if it's not, you have to make that option, you make that decision an option to figure out what you want to do. Yeah, Page of Swords. Page of Swords. That is... So the swords are communication energy. You need to talk to this person. If you decide you want to go... If you guys are having relationship issues, which I have a feeling a lot of you are because I keep hearing love problems. If you guys are trying to worry about these situations or figure out what's going on, it's communication is key. If you're not communicating effectively, the person has no idea what's going on with you and you have no idea what's going on with them. So you can sit there and wonder, or you can put on your big kid pants and just be like, hey, we gotta talk. What's up? And if they don't want to have a conversation with you about that and they get defensive and freak out, no. Don't even bother pursuing this because it's just, if you cannot effectively communicate with someone, then you shouldn't be in a relationship because what's the point? Hi, thank you. Sorry, I can't see. Stephanie. Yeah. Yeah, because I'm starting to get a little bit choked, which means the throat chakra is stuck. So if there's no communication happening, it's not going to be a good situation. And if they can't listen to you or you can't listen to them, vice versa, what have you, without having an explosion or they just flat out ignore you, that is not the type of relationship you need to be in because that is a direct narcissist, and those are not the kinds of relationships you need to be having. It's not good for you, it's not good for the other person involved, and it's delaying you from all the other blessings you have coming in. So, thank you, Stephanie. Thank you. Yes, yes. You do know. I was kind of debating on whether or not to read today because I'm like, man, I'm pretty wiped out, but Spirit was like, you gotta. People need to hear these things. So I'm doing this. I'm going to pull from my Moonology really quick. Because I don't know about you guys, but I'm all about detail. And I like to have at least 1 or 2 oracle decks along with my tarot deck so that we can get some more detailed answers on what we're talking about. Oh, #1 gifter badge. Thank you. I appreciate that. Put this one away. I'm going to read some of your guys' comments while I'm getting my other stuff ready. Yay, thank you, Anna. Oh, don't you love this deck? It's great. It's my favorite. I have the Hocus Pocus one as well. I have hundreds. I just pick whichever one calls to me for the day. This is a different Moonology manifestation. So this is a good deck, especially around these full moon energies. Oh, thank you, Katie. I appreciate you. With the moon energies happening right now, we are about to have our 4th super moon of the year. So if everybody's been going nuts, that's why. Also, there are 6 planets in retrograde right now, which is like, I'm just going to dig a hole and I'll see y'all after the 15th. Like, I do not even want to step outside my house right now. Like, do I have to? I don't want to. God, Source, Universe, please help me connect with the spirit guides. My spirit guides, as well as the collective spirit guides, so that we may hear the messages in this now moment, only for our highest and best, doing harm to none. Thank you and amen. They're like, you already said this prayer. Why are you doing it again? I'm like, I just like to reassure myself and the crowd that we're doing good things here and still connecting. And Vintage Oracle. That sounds like something I'd be interested in. Yes. Yeah, I think that's everybody's problem lately. Yeah. Yeah, it's shoot. I'm telling you. I was doing great for like 2 or 3 weeks. I was working out on a regular basis. I was eating well and blah, blah, blah. All that went out the window this week. My trainer, actually, we all canceled. Monday came and we were all like, I got a migraine. I got this going. I got that going. And she's like, okay, we'll all meet Friday. And then Wednesday, she was like, I lied, guys. I have a meeting. And I'm like, oh, crap. But life happens and I get it. But it did not help that I ordered pizza the other night and I just bought donuts yesterday. So, but, I mean, every once in a while it's okay. It's okay. I mean, you don't have to be perfect 100% of the time. Blame it on the... Oh my God, I just bought chocolate donuts. I'm always buying chocolate. Chocolate is my jam. Oh, sorry guys. These contacts have been drying out real bad. Makes it real tricky. Okay. All right. Let's see what the moon has to say. Stop giving me twofers. Please. Just one card at a time. My guides get excited, as well as yours. The energy is real, let me tell you. Just one. Apparently we're doing 2. Forgive. Last quarter moon in Pisces. Talk less, feel more. Guys, these are all Pisces. And it's interesting because our last full moon was just in Pisces. Can't make this shit up. Can't make this shit up. You really can't. Now you gotta make me bend over. I mean, that's just rude. That is just rude. Oh, it's a 3-fer too. All right. New moon in Taurus. First quarter moon in Taurus. Last quarter moon in Aries. There's that fire energy. Yes. Guys, this is exactly what I've been saying. New moon in Sagittarius. Focus on the positive. Last quarter moon in Scorpio. Reveal what needs to be seen. Have the conversation, guys. They need to know that you're not a pushover and they cannot walk all over you anymore. You guys are so much like me. It's crazy. Full moon in Libra. Find a balance. What did I say? The should I stay or should I go? You got to find the balance, guys. I have a really cool thing to show you guys after I'm done with this part of the reading. I did a reading the other day and the ad popped up directly after I got off of there. And I was like, okay, I'll take that as a sign. So I ordered it and I've been reading through it and oh my God, it is the coolest thing. And I was like, this is what my people need. My clients need this. So I'm going to talk about it on my live, but not till we're done with the reading. I'll be so sorry. All love to the souls in this chat. Yes. I've been working on. Wow, my eyes are horrible today. Boundaries for the last 3 years now. Me too. I started in 2021. Almost exactly 2 years ago in October, actually. Boundaries are extremely important. Sorry, I forgot to silence my phone. Okay. Last quarter moon in Gemini. Clear your mind. Okay. And then the foundation of the reading is new moon in Virgo. Trust all will be well. Y'all worry too much. You just worry way too much. It is putting blocks on all the things. Okay, hold on. So the full moon in Pisces is forgive. I'm hearing you need to forgive this person, but most of all, you need to forgive yourself. You are a human. Stop reliving those embarrassing, shameful moments in your past that you had no control over. I'm hearing they were not your fault. You were young. Yes, you were there. You participated in some things, but that's what happens. That's a learning experience that we all need to grow into. So if somebody in your life keeps using this against you as leverage to still make you feel like crap because they know it's one of your hot button issues, you need to cut them out. You need to just say, you know what? You're not doing me any more favors because you're just making me feel like a piece of crap. And all I'm doing is trying to work on the fact that I'm a human and everybody makes mistakes. So you need to let it go because I have. You know, if they're going to keep harping on it, it's not worth it. You're a Taurus. Yep. Yeah. I'm doing a collective, hun. This is for everybody in the reading. But I'm using my Moonology deck. The last quarter moon in Pisces, talk less, feel more. Why is it like constantly on the defense? I feel like you're going into situations ready to defend yourself. Like you have arguments ready and everything. Like you're ready. Just I'm feeling this whole Spirit shows me the funniest images to kind of relate to you guys. They show me a hockey goalie. They show me a hockey goalie with his stick, and he's ready to just deflect everything that comes at him. I don't know why it just popped into my head like that. I know, right? I love Spirit. They make everything so much fun. But that's kind of how it feels every time you go into a conversation with anybody about anything, whether it's about you or not. Like, it's always a defense mechanism. That's where this new moon in Taurus comes in, is know your worth. Once you finally figure that out, everything else is just gravy. Everything else is just gravy. Once you start to like get yourself involved in things that you've always wanted to be involved in, like find your people, find your community. Like for me, it's my soul fam. It's usually you guys or the people that I'm in tarot class with, or, I have a mentor that I've been working with for 2.5 years. And I mean, we meet people through her classes and stuff all the time. And it's soul fam. It's what a thing is, First quarter moon in Taurus is release control. Y'all worry too much. Told ya. You worry too much. Trust all will be well. Those two feed in together. The more you worry, the more you block your blessings. That is the best way I can say that for you guys. And the thing about that is you're worrying about everything and you're putting more stank on it, if that makes any sense. It's not as bad as you're making it out to be. It's not as bad as you're making it out to be. Thanks, Steph. Have some sweet dreams. Oh, get it. Spirit wants me to tell you, get a dream journal. Or, like, paper. Put, like a little notepad or something by your bed, because they're telling me you're going to have some kind of dream tonight and you need to write it down. Just a hunch. Okay, so yeah, well, your guides are telling you, do it. And you need to start recording them every night, because there's a trend that you need to be paying attention to. Okay. Much love. Sweet dreams, babe. Work through your feelings. Last quarter moon in Aries. It's a very fiery sign. I'm a Sagittarius. Sun. My moon is in Pisces and my rising is Capricorn. I'm kind of a mess. But, so the same with the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag. We have the tendency to spit daggers, for lack of a better situation. Learning how to speak more compassionately is definitely good for us, me included, because I have a very sharp tongue, especially if I'm frustrated or defensive. So that's definitely, let's see. So guys, right now I'm just reading for the collective. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you want a personal reading, there's a link in my bio and we can make an appointment and set something up. But also new moon in Sagittarius. Once you start working through your feelings, as you're doing that, you need to focus on the positive. Attitude of gratitude is what I'm hearing. You need to be thankful for the things that you already have. And I'll say this again. It was earlier on in this week where, talking about the universe giving you blessings, and if you're not being thankful for the things that you already have, the universe isn't going to bless you with anything else. It's kind of like your kids. If you get them a present or you get them a little toy because you know they'll love it and you want to see them happy, and then they take it and in 10 minutes it's broken, sitting in a pile on the floor, and then they run to you and they're like, Mom, I broke my toy. I need a new one. I'm not getting you a new one. Look how you treated that one. That's what the universe is like. If you're not going to be grateful for the things you've already been blessed with, they're not going to bless you with anything else because you're not appreciating. Yes, I totally get that. It's hard to let the guard down and it's hard to think of the positive, but it doesn't take a whole lot to do that. All you have to do is start looking around. Yeah, some people would like nicer homes and blah, 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 but focus on the fact that you have a home. There are some people that don't have homes. There are some people that don't have a decent bed to sleep in. There are some people that can't buy food and have food in the house every single night. These are the tiny things that you guys should be grateful for already, because once you start really appreciating that with your full heart, you're going to start seeing things falling into place for you more and more because you're having an attitude of gratitude and you're not focusing on the things that it's good to focus on your goals and the things that you want, but you're not pushing. So if you push too hard, they're going to back off. The last quarter moon in Scorpio, reveal what needs to be seen. Back to that energy of the standing up for yourself. Show them you have a pair. It's kind of crude. It's kind of a weird way to put that. But they're not going to know. If you don't say something and you don't sit there and tell them, you're not allowed to treat me like this. I am a grown-ass person, and you're not going to sit here and talk to me like I'm a child. I'm an adult, fully capable of making my own decisions. Whether you think they're smart or not, it's really not up to you, because it's my life, not yours. Plain and simple. When you start stepping up and just be matter of fact, you don't have to be hateful, you don't have to be awful, you don't have to be nasty. Just be truthful. Once you speak your truth, they're going to know that you're not one to be messed with anymore, and they should stop torturing you because it's wrong and it's absolutely unnecessary. Full moon in Libra, find a balance. So I'm seeing the scales in the background, which usually means the scales of justice. This is going to help you balance. Hey, conspiracy souls, how you doing, babe? Yes, exactly. It's good to remember what you have and be appreciative for it because it could be gone one day. You never know. But the full moon in Libra, find a balance between work and home. Fabulous. Thank you for asking. They're telling me to find a balance where it includes you time. And I'm not saying you have to schedule something in or, because I know everybody's schedules are absolutely crazy and it's fine. But it could be something as simple as just taking an extra 5 minutes in the shower, letting the water run on yourself, listening to the water run and just, being in the moment, focusing on the here and now and not really thinking about what you have to make for dinner later or the things you have to do the next week or so, or, oh my gosh, I have to still pack for that trip. Just sit in the water and listen to it run down your back. Feel the warmth of it. Just focus in that moment right now. Because you need that. You need to focus back. It's called grounding yourself. I say this all the time, almost every live, and I'm sure people are getting sick of it. But a lot of you need this, and there's new people coming in the live every time, so you guys need to hear these things. If you're drawn to water, go sit by a river. Go sit by the ocean for a few and just put your feet in for a little while. If you love being in nature, just take your shoes off and walk around the front yard or go walk around in the trees for a little while. It's just connecting yourself back to the earth, and it helps you recenter and it helps you focus on this now moment so that you don't end up going off into la la land and then either freaking yourself out from stress or getting these delusions of grandeur that you need to have a smaller focus on. Yeah, exactly. Last quarter moon in Gemini. Clear your mind. That's going to help you clear your mind so that you see things more clearly and that you can think better. And it's going to help you be more discernible with your situations because coming up, there's some conversations you're going to need to be having with some people. Don't be afraid to do that. You're going to start exploring new things. You're going to be educating yourself on new things that you want to get into or back into. You're going to start finding a community to be a part of that's not involved in your home life. And it is okay to do that. It is okay to have something just for you because you are an individual. Just because you're married doesn't mean you form directly into what that person wants you to be, or you turned into a mom bot or whatever. You're still a human, and you still have your own individual situation that should be appreciated. Because I'm sure that you go beyond and above to make sure that everybody else is happy and they all have what they want to do and their little individual things. But who's worrying about you? I'm worrying about you. Your guides are worrying about you, and they're telling you, stop it. They can take care of them damn selves for about an hour while you go and get yourself a Starbucks and sit in the Target parking lot and watch one of your favorite shows. It's not going to kill. They will survive without you for an hour. You can take that extra time. Or you can jam out to your favorite music, the top of your lungs, karaoke on the way home. Take the long way home from work instead of taking the usual route so that you can jam out and have a little bit more fun time to yourself. It's okay for you to want that. It is okay because you know what? It makes the home life a whole lot better because you're happier. And in the aspect of everything else, if one person is off in the household, everything else suffers. You got to admit that. I know y'all feel that. So everybody is entitled to their own little individual time throughout each day. And it's absolutely imperative that you take advantage of it when you can because you need to remember who you are. And you need to not lose that person because they're beautiful. You guys are all beautiful. I love your energy. It's so nice. It's so well. Like, I literally feel like warm hugs. Like, I feel like Olaf right now. Another thing is I'm a big nerd, so I hope you're okay with that. But, I mean, I'm proud of you guys. You have been working your butts off, trying to figure out what to do and how to go about executing these plans for yourself. But it's okay to want that, and it's okay to have that for yourself because you're a person. You're an individual just like everybody else. So, the thing I was going to share with you guys, I really, really, really recommend it. I read through the first part of the book, and then I'm going to start doing the exercises on Monday. It is the Shadow Work Journal. I'm sorry if it's backwards, but you know, Facebook Live. So I put a quote on my Facebook page. It says, unless you learn to face your own shadows, you will continue to see them in others because the world outside of you is only a reflection of the world inside of you. It kind of smacks you in the face and makes you realize, maybe there are some things I need to look at in order to get past some things. So, this is where the part of the reading gets a little personal. You know, I've been single for 11 years now on purpose because I have I've trust issues. Horrible. Plus, I'm lazy. I have a 14-year-old and I do all kinds of things. I love that. That's perfect. I really don't want to grow up, but there's lots of things that I've been working through. I've been seeing a therapist for 2.5 years now, which I recommend if you're having a really hard time with things. I think there's a link in this. Let me think. So, I mean, I have it in my TikTok shop in my bio. I think if you look at the bottom, you can see shop or something to that nature. If not, you can just go to my bio and in my TikTok shop, it should be in my, my showcase. And it's right on there. I think it's $20. Super duper cheap. And this is what I've been talking about the whole week with shadow work. And no, but not everybody knows what shadow work is, and it's really hard for me to explain it. So as soon as I got off the live one day, I saw an ad for this and I was like, no way. So I ordered it and I'm like, this is exactly what you guys need. And this is a step-by-step on to tell you how to get through shadow work. It tells you what shadow work is. It tells you about the father of it was Carl Jung. He was a famous psychiatrist. I don't know if you guys studied psychology in college. I took psychology 101, 101, but nowhere near proficient. Talks about the psyche. It tells you how to do shadow work. It tells you all the different traps that we have in our minds. This thing is so handy, and I really, really highly recommend doing that. The mindset of self-compassion, it tells you how to just be kind to yourself and what the projections are, what emotional triggers. Here's another quote. Unless we do conscious work on it, the shadow is almost always projected. That is, it is neatly laid on someone or something else, so we do not have to take responsibility for it. Holy crap. No problem. Thank you, Katie. Yeah, check out the TikTok shop on my bio, because then it has these exercises. Fill in the blanks. It has a fill in the blank series. I always feel like I'm the blank one. This really makes you dig deep, and then it reflection questions, and it has inner child affirmations, a gratitude list. Remember what I was just saying? Attitude of gratitude. Mirror gazing, journal prompts, and then it gives you some space to write in here as a journal. This thing is nice. Like, there's personal page, childhood trauma, biggest dreams, freedom, critical, and then there's getting to the root of your shadow. It gives you an example page and then gives you other things that you can fill out individually. Like, this is super handy, and I highly recommend everybody needing to do some of this. This is the main theme of the readings from late. But I also, if you feel like you need to be revisiting some things and doing some shadow work, it's best that you do this with a counselor too. So if you have the availability, there are plenty of counselors that work online, and they have like video calls, things. Oh, awesome. I'm so excited, Ashley. Yes, it's all about that self-discovery journal, because only when you can start working through the things that bother you is when you can start moving forward and not letting everything just bug you. It's so crazy. And then it affects your relationships too. So we need to start by looking at ourselves and not what everybody else has been doing to us, because that's victimization, and we need to be looking deeper into things. And then if we end up coming up on some things where we were victimized, then we need to work through it with a therapist or a counselor. That's the smart way to do it. I am a spiritual consultant. I do, physical and psychic mediumship. I can give you some insight into what's going on with you spiritually. But ultimately, if you're having some like major mental issues, I need you to go see somebody and talk to a professional, because that's the best way to do it. I've been seeing one for 2 years, and it's really, really changed my life. So safety first. I want everybody's mental health in check. I'm looking out for you guys. I only want the best for everybody. So if you want to check out the link to this, it's in my TikTok bio, in my marketplace. In my TikTok shop showcase. That's where it is. It's the Shadow Work Journal. I highly recommend looking into it if you're looking into doing some self-work. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I'll try to be back at some point this weekend. Tomorrow I'm working, and then Sunday morning I'm helping out at a church with the Wildlife Command Center. We have an event from 9 to 2, and then I will be on set for the rest of the evening. So Sunday's going to be pretty busy for me, but Monday I'll probably be on here either mid-morning or evening. Depends on when Spirit tells me to do it, but Give me a follow, and if you guys want a personal reading, I have a link up to where you can book something with me personally, and we can go ahead and do a reading if you guys want to. If you're vibing with me, give me a follow and tell your friends. I love you guys. Have a good night and get some rest, please.